Hey Lester, Matt Adcock here. So these would be the two units that I was referring to. The SkyTrak 8042 right here that Clark had introduced you to, as well as the slight little brother, the JLG 742. Side by side, you can see, pretty similar, maybe just a slightly, the cab on the SkyTrak might just be slightly higher. The machine might be slightly longer, a little bit heavier, but they're both JLG made, brand new 2023s, and they do have equivalent cold weather packages. They both have just block heaters on the exact same Cummins QSF 74 horsepower engine with no diesel exhaust fluid. They both have the same 50-inch carriages, 48-inch pallet forks. They both have foam-filled tires, cabs, heat, air conditioning, LED work light packages. They both have engineered lifting points. The horse head on the end of each boom, there's a little clevis that's rated for the full capacity of the machine. You can just throw on a hook and you can just hoist right off of the boom itself. The only other, and they both now have electronic over hydraulic joysticks. The only differences really is the SkyTrak would have kind of a chevron style, tractor style tread on the Firestone foam fill, and this would have more of a road friendly, it's a Duraforce, also a Firestone foam filled tire, just a little bit more of a road friendly, whereas this would be more of an off-road friendly tread type. And obviously rear mount engine on SkyTrak, side mount on the JLG, and then on the JLG, your joystick, you would also have the ability to function your auxiliary hydraulic line for your side tilt carriage right on the joystick of the JLG, along with fork tilt, boom telescope, and boom up and down. Whereas the JLG SkyTrak, even though it has more of the modern control compared to your SkyTrak, you have a fork tilt, boom, extend, all on an electronic joystick. The auxiliary is still on an additional hydraulic lever. So I'll let you see these units from different vantage points, and I'll go in and around each one. So I'll start with the JLG. I'd say your boom thickness is maybe a little bit narrower. Inside the machine. This would be your joystick. You'd have a boom up and down, telescope in and out, forks up, forks down, and then your rotating side tilt carriage, rotate right, rotate left. You'd have your parking brake. They both have power shift 4-speed transmissions, Dana Spicer brand axles and transmission. And then over here, you wouldn't have much more than your lights and beacon, and for the most part. And your only other control is going to be your chassis level. Good to about 30 degrees. Both engines, both machines share the same Cummins engine. Your batteries are paneled away. But you can still, obviously, there's a battery disconnect, and you can jump the machine off of that terminal. There's a pretty minimal valve bank. It's not like the full-size JLG G10s that have a million hoses exposed. Right here, a huge manifold. Being a machine that has no outriggers, it's pretty nominal. And then there's no DEF, obviously just your diesel and your hydraulics. Both machines, like I said, both have auxiliary hydraulics. And then a slightly beefier SkyTrak 8042. So the chassis and the boom and the geometry is going to be pretty much the same as your machine. Differences are going to be this joystick, the more modern, kind of more precise joystick, and your air conditioning condenser, which is right in there. So a little bit nicer for the operator, but still pretty similar in geometry. Tough Cummins made machine, no DAF, center mount engine. Like I was saying, foam filled tires, but more of a chevron style tread. Some work lights built in to the chassis, as well as one up top on the boom. You have dual lift cylinders on this machine, which is a little more robust. The new paint scheme just came out a few months ago, the black base. So you can see two cylinders on each side versus just one big one on the 742. And rear mount engine, so you can access both sides of the engine. Same red Cummins. So the dash is pretty similar to your machine, but you do have an electronic joystick, and you do have air conditioning. So up, down, in, out, forward and back, and then you'd have a couple levers here. So for your auxiliary hydraulics, your leveling carriage, and for your frame leveling, those would be hydraulic levers still. And then your dash, basically just your lights, parking brake, steering mode, and windshield wipers. And you'd have some vents up top for heat and air.